I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is the 24th of April, 2021. It is Saturday, and this is Sheep Guarding Llama. So today, we had to get up nice and early in the morning, and we were driving down to Houston to celebrate Luciana's 10th birthday. Sorry, I got distracted by people coming out the door. And we had to get moving early because we're having her birthday party today down in Houston, and we were planning on starting around 2:30 or 3, so we really needed to get moving pretty early this morning. We wanted to come down last night, but there was just no way we were able to make that happen with so much going on. So we had decided once we knew the rain was coming that we just had to postpone until today. So we got up nice and early at about 6 o'clock or so, and got on the road, made good time, very easy drive down to Houston. But we were running a little bit later than we wanted to, so we decided not to stop at the storage unit on the way down. We're gonna stop on the way back up. So no big deal. We have very little to drop off and nothing coming back up. We have a lot of stuff going down to the Grices though, so the van is completely full of stuff that we're taking to them. Mostly food, but some toys and clothes and some other things, just getting things out of the house. So this is the final run, we think, down to there. There's so much going on, it's impossible to keep track. So we made the drive down, we got there, we hung out for a little bit once we arrived. The kids were going to go into the pool, but then found out that there was a new bouncy house with water over at Joe and Britt's, so they immediately went over there. So they kind of started a party on their own nice and early. The adults hung out for a little bit of time. I had to do some work. There were some things that people needed me for a little while, and then at about 5, we drove over to go to the actual party with the adults. We actually are celebrating Luciana and Clara and Garrett's birthdays today because they're all really, really close together. So we had 3 cakes. Luciana had a toothless from How to Train Your Dragon cake that Dominica made, and it was very lopsided. We took pictures, but she did this really awesome black icing using cocoa powder to make it black instead of food dye, which tasted really good. And I don't even like chocolate, so that's pretty impressive. And then I think Clara had a half ice cream, half cake, and Garrett had an all ice cream cake, or maybe it was the other way around. But there was an all ice cream and all cake, and then one that was half and half for everybody. I don't even remember what we ate. We had, hold on, I'm going to be able to remember, and I can't. My brain is fried. But we hung out, and they played in the pool or the bouncy house for pretty much the entire evening. And then when we took the kids back home, Joe and Benny and I went out and hung out over at Joe's for a little while. We played some darts, and then we drove over to Benny's bar and hung out until late shooting pool, and got to bed probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. So very late one for us, and pretty much the kids were exhausted. They spent the entire day playing in the pool other than having cake, so they had a very nice time. Luciana has been looking forward to getting into the pool for so long. That's like her thing. She loves swimming, which Liesl did at that age. It really sucks that Liesl has gone to not really enjoying swimming very much anymore, so she avoided the bouncy house early on. She went over and played a little bit later, but she didn't really do it any. She spent a lot more time hanging out with the adults. She's kind of in that tough age where she wants to hang out with the adults, but she wants to do the kid things, and she can't always decide. So I'm gonna see if I can walk and make it just in time. I am just coming into our park near our house. I'm actually filming this on Monday night on the 26th, and you can hear this loud noise. This is what we're used to from years of living here. This is what it's like every few hours. For 11 years, we've been listening to this for every couple hours. And that's how close. We're just right at the corner. It's not too bad. It does make the house rumble for sure, but when we first lived here in 2010, 2011, and I think for about 4 years. It's hard to remember how long it went on for. This was it was not a silent crossing, so they had to blow the horns whenever they came through. So it was really loud all the time, including in the middle of the night, because they didn't have like all the crossing safety stuff. I hope you can hear me, because this is really, it's quite loud. And after a few years that we lived here, this turned into a silent crossing. So now you still hear the train, but they don't have to blow the horn every time they come through. So we have this big, nice, new, safe crossing setup going on. So that's it's so much more quiet than it used to be that we've kind of forgotten that the train is there. And in all the times I've done videos, it's only come by a few times, just by chance. So it's kind of neat that we caught it this time, that I have a nice little memory of what that's like. But the number of times we've gotten caught waiting at the car, trying to get out of our neighborhood because the train's coming by, just crazy. Oh, there it goes. That was the whole thing. They're never that long, but BNSF and right here in Rolling Woods. So anyway, that was the day that we celebrated the kids' birthdays down in Houston. And this is our last big stint in Houston until Christmas. Assuming everything goes to plan, we will be not coming back for more than 6 months. All right, I'll see everybody tomorrow.